Hey everybody, Jake here. Hope everyone's doing well today, and welcome to episode 1 of the Fantasy Baseball series, I guess we're going to call it on this channel. Our last video we did on this one was the draft, and drafting our team essentially and getting a quick preview of what the season would look like, but this will be our true first episode of the season here. So today I wanted to jump in and just talk about the team, kind of things I'm thinking. I'll show you guys some trade requests that I've made, and then we'll get into the matchup this week. The league starts in 3 days, so Tuesday will be the first game of the season for us. But we will just go through, for those of you that haven't seen the first episode, I'll just take you quickly through the draft recap and everything that had happened. We picked from the 6th spot. Jose fell all the way to us at 6, which was a steal for me. I felt great about that. So we got Jose in the first round at 6, picked up Gunnar Henderson in the second round. He also kind of fell to us, which I felt great about because the thought was I was either going to take Lindor or Tatis, and we ended up with Gunnar Henderson. So I was really happy there. Round 3, we got Adley Rutschman, which I felt great about, pair him with Gunnar Henderson. Round 4, we got our first pitcher, Framber Valdez, so we get an ace for our lineup and our rotation. And then Altuve in the 5th, Nolan the 6th, pair these two together, get a good deal there. And then we made a brutal error in the 7th round. We got Garrett Cole. He fell so far to us, I figure, even with the injury concern, I figure I'd take the chance on it just in case it worked out. And then when was this? This was Sunday. I had recorded this video. And Tuesday, we get the news that he's getting Tommy John. So out for the year, Garrett Cole is. Ian Happ in the 8, Langford in the 9, Schwarber in the 10, Hunter Green, another pitcher to shore up this rotation. Yelich in the 12, Rodon, Riley Green, 13, 14, Bo Bichette, 15, Jake Burger, 16. And then, yeah, we ran into a heck of issues with the first baseman. The thought was I was going to get like Bellinger or somebody earlier, but first baseman just came off the board right before I was picking, and the guy I was looking at would come off the board. So we ended up with Jake Burger, that's our starting first baseman in the 16th round. I mean, not great, but Castellanos 17, and then we finished with Griffin Jacks and Weaver at 18 and 19. So that is a quick recap of the draft there. By the way, it's just a 2 cup of coffee kind of day, but we got the Guardians mug here. How awesome is that? I'm so excited for Guardians baseball here. Also, help me out, guys. I need a team name. I'm not going to be Jake's finest team the entire year. That's weird. I need a good team name. Leave it in the comments. We'll go off the funniest one or the best one that I like. If I get nothing too wild, I'll just make it like something about the Guardians, something funny. But yeah, I need help with a team name here. So give me some ideas in the comments section. Next thing I want to jump into is just the roster, what I'm thinking now that I've had a good week to think about the moves going forward. I feel great about our infield. We got Rutschman at catcher, Altuve, Ramirez, and Henderson might be one of the best infields in this league, but Jake Burger, we're going to have to address first baseman. I don't think that he can be our first baseman going forward. I know he mashes home runs and he's projected to do well, but I mean, the guy doesn't walk. They even say how one-dimensional he is here, so I feel like we need to address first baseman at some point this season. I'll show you guys some trades I'm considering. Our outfield, I feel relatively decent about. I've kind of done the shotgun thing, and I'm kind of just I have quite a few outfielders. So Happ and Langford I feel good about, but they're not surefire guys. I mean, Happ is probably more proven than Langford is, but we do have Castellanos and Riley Green and Yelich all here for as insurance. So I guess I feel okay about outfield. And then pitching, even with the news of Garrett Cole, I still feel great about pitching. Valdez and Nola at the front of this rotation, and then you got Hunter Green here. These will kind of be the 3 horsemen, if you will, of the rotation. And then even with the news of Garrett Cole, these 4 will likely be rotational guys, which I'm not mad about because I talked about in my first video that kind of my strategy in fantasy baseball is rotate pitchers, rotate relievers, and bring in closers to get those big point boosts whenever they get a save or whatever it is. So that is my plan going forward. And then if I see a starting pitcher that I like, I like the matchup for, we will go ahead and then attack that. So we have a starting pitcher that we can rotate out, and then these three relievers I will be pretty much shuffling all year, barring injury. These three will likely stay, and then we'll just rotate these guys out. So pitching, I don't feel too worried about at all. I'll just do my best judgment throughout the days, and then we will be fine as far as pitching goes. But let me take you guys into what I'm thinking as far as trades go. I have not got word back from anybody yet on these trades, but these are what I sent. I'm kind of throwing low balls just to see if I can get somebody to accept something, or if I can at least get a counter offer. We'll start with the first one here. I'm trying to go for Christian Walker. Like I said, I'm trying to address first baseman as well as I can. So Christian Walker would be great. We send away a reliever in Griffin Jax, and then Bo Bichette and Yelich. Like I said, I just have a lot of outfield. I would be fine with giving up Yelich if he sees something in him. Go after Yelich, and then same thing with Bo Bichette if they think that they can break out, because both of these guys were looked at as really, really good players at once. Yelich looked at as an MVP candidate at one point, and Bo Bichette, one of the best young players in baseball. So if we could package this together to Christian Walker, I'd feel great about it. Next trade is for Freddie Freeman. So this guy, I will go over to his team, has Freddie Freeman in his utility. So he's got two first basemen, and if we could go after him, maybe let me go back here. Let me go back to my trade request. If we could go after him, he could put a different guy in his utility and then accept this. I mean, it would be great for us. It's kind of a similar thing. We're swapping first baseman essentially. I'm giving him Jake Burger, Cade Smith, and then Yelich. Like I said, if he wanted to throw one of these two in his utility going forward, if he sees something in Yelich maybe, and then he picks up a good reliever and then some depth somewhere else. That's my thought there. Like I said, these are kind of lowball offers to these guys, but I just want to see if we can get a deal done, or at least get a counter offer. So, and then the final one, this is probably the most likely that could be accepted, because I think these two are kind of a high deal move there. But Bellinger, you guys know how I feel about Cody Bellinger. I talked about him in my first video that I really would have liked to get Cody Bellinger in the draft, but I didn't get him in time. So Bellinger for Weaver, and then Yelich. I'll show you what this guy is working with here. Bellinger's just one of his outfielders, and he could even like put Mookie in the outfield slot and then put like Jackson Holiday or one of the guys that we send him in the utility spot. So he has versatility here that it could make sense for him. So those are the three trades I'm sitting on currently, waiting to hear back on these guys. And then once I get word on it, we'll probably do a check-in sometime either next week into the weekend. I can give you guys a rundown of how everything has went, how everything has played out, any injury news, and then how the matchup is looking. Just to go back to the team, I hope I'm not too all over the place here, but Gunnar Henderson, it says he's out, but he said he's hopeful to be there for opening day, so shouldn't be too worried about Gunnar Henderson. And then injuries, we have no injuries the rest of the way throughout the lineup, and pitching is all good there. So looking really, really good going into this week, and then I will take you guys just through finally with the matchup. This week we're playing against John's team. I wonder if any of these guys will change their names, because, I mean, how lame is this? Jake's Finest team against John's Supreme team. Okay. I'll take you guys through his team. He's got a really good team. I went ahead and took a look at it. Contreras, he doesn't have a great catcher, I won't lie. But Pasquantino, pretty good. And then Ketel Marte, Jazz, Seager, Soto, and then Trout. I was so mad that he got Trout, because I didn't even see that Trout was there later in the draft. I wonder if I can see where he drafted him. Yeah, he drafted him in the 9th round. So I didn't even see that he was there. You live and you learn, I guess. But he's got a very solid team. Where I feel that I can take it, I can really run away with it, though, is he has all starting pitchers. He has no relievers. And I'm just not big on all starting pitchers. This isn't how I would run the team for me. Because say you have however many starts you have in the week, and two guys don't perform well, or they give you less than 10 points or so, you just don't feel good about using a starting pitching spot whenever you don't get maximum value for it. But he does have pretty good pitchers. Cease is pretty good. Fried's all right. I think he got hurt last year. Zach Gallen, Peralta, Mitch Keller. I ran around with Mitch Keller a couple times last year on my team. He was more of a waiver wire pickup, and then Lugo's really good. So he's got decent starting pitching, but I think we can really, really run away with it whenever it comes to the pitching. I think I can really get away from him. The teams are pretty comparable. I would say he definitely has a better outfield than I do, but I think my infield is a lot better than his is, and I think my pitching is a lot better than his is. So we start on the 18th. I wonder if just since we start on the 18th, that means that we go an extra day because we're missing out on Monday. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to see if I can get to... Yeah, okay, let's see right here. Yeah, so we're only doing 6 days. So only a 6-day week, so it'll be a shorter week. So that is the update on the team so far. Once I get word on these trades, I will update you guys on if anything happens or if I get any sort of counter offer or anything. But this will likely just be the series on this channel, just quick check-ins every either Saturday, Sunday, let you guys know what's going on, and then get a good outlook on if we're going to win or lose these games. Probably Sundays is probably better because then we're at the end of the week and we can get a good idea if we're going to win or lose that week. So yeah, this is just the update on the team so far. Quick look back in at the rotation and the starting lineup for us here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching.